So we're here ready to do our new podcast where we interview professionals, businesses, community organizations, and more.
But I thought we were here to interview artists.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we're going to be interviewing all types of artists, musicians, poets, singers, dancers, painters. Whatever your craft is, we welcome you to come to our podcast and tell us who you are, locally and abroad.
Or is it more about relationships and why those in love wear matching outfits?
Well, to each his own when it comes to outfits. We like to dress alike, of course. And it does matter how we look, both individually and as a couple. We represent each other, right?
Right. So, since you said that, shouldn't this really be about beauty?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to share some of my beauty tips, of course. I mean, that's what I do. Oh, yes, darling, because you do know that I am a Mary Kay consultant, and I've got to let them in on some of my secrets. Anyway, because when you look good, you feel good.
Speaking of look good, feel good, that reminds me that this is more about the vegan, plant-based lifestyle, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Plant-based living saved my life. Fighting diabetes, changing my lifestyle to the vegan lifestyle has really, really improved my health. And so we're going to show everybody how to eat right, tasty dishes that are good for you, and have some guests who can help us with those culinary arts.
That's what's up. So what about the reflections and encouragement of the day? Isn't that what it's really about?
I think at the end of the day, people are going to want to know, what is ChynaGroove? I'm ChynaDoll.
I'm D-Groove.
And together, we are ChynaGroove.
Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate each and every listener out there.
Look at our followers jumping.
Once
Go
again,
ahead. Amber,
this
you
is the ChynaGroove podcast.
Yes.
Camilla Collins. ChynaDoll Collins.
I just loved it, man.
I just like saying that
But it's
name.
not
Me
about us
too.
though tonight. Check it out.
Okay.
Without further ado.
Do I need to break out the drum roll again?
I don't even, the caption says multitasker.
I had to.
Thank you for your musical selection, D-Groove, the drummer man. Bongo. This young lady came into my life came into our lives in her workplace. My dad was in the hospital and I was messed up. He had a bad case of sepsis from a dialysis port that needed to be removed. And things looked kind of low that day. And this beautiful, I think she had some fire red hair. Her lashes was popping. Her lip gloss was popping. And she was just looking like she don't play with nobody. Hey, Aunt Elsie. Aunt Elsie watching.
I was going to say, we got a quick break. Hello, Aunt Elsie.
And she prayed me up and talked me up and hugged me up and made me feel just like my own mama was there or a good auntie was there and prayed me right through a situation where it was a health scare for my dad. And anybody who is a caregiver knows that it is so important for bedside manner to be optimum in hospitals, especially for our seniors and our veterans who are disabled and need care. So she came to me in the Durham VA hospital room with my dad and went above and beyond the level of service that I could have ever asked for. And she didn't have to. She sat there and talked to me till she knew I was okay. But I'm going to stop because I did put on my makeup and I ain't trying to draw no tears tonight.
No, I don't want to be crying.
And I haven't thanked you enough for that. But at that point, we exchanged information and shared things in common in a short conversation. And I found out that later on that she is a manager, was working on being a manager for battle rappers. And we have the music industry in common. And the beauty field, she is a very, very creative and gifted and talented nail designer and the CEO of Cherie Amour LLC. So among all of that, she is a mom in the trenches, a girl mom until the twins come. We're going to find out what they are. But we gave this young lady the title of multitasker because that is all I see. You are not all over the place. You are on point every place. And so
Thank you.
The caption read something to the effect of, she is a helper of saving lives while carrying life and speaking life. And that's why I want to introduce to some and reintroduce to others watching, our friends, our family, Miss Amber Moses.
Hi.
Give it up, y'all.
Give it up,
Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm so glad to be here.
I love that. And we are so glad that you were here. That introduction, wow.
And by the way, that's my
Beautiful.
baby.
Yes, that's my boo.
That's my adopted daughter.
We is family. That's my daddy too, y'all. We all related.
I love it.
Okay, I don't know what y'all heard, but if you don't know, now you know.
She mine, y'all. Right.
But I'm just so happy. You know how the old folks just be like, I'm so glad to be here. That's how
So
I feel.
glad to be in the building. So glad. If I had a tambourine, you know
Okay,
to be on.
okay.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed.
So tell us, first of all, a little bit about how you came to be a healthcare provider.
Well, I started out taking care of my mother. My mother passed in 2021. And when I was about 7 years old, my mom said, I have diabetes. You're going to have to learn how to give me insulin. You're going to have to know the medicine I take in case something happens because you're the only girl. And I can't rely on them boys. You know, boys can't keep up with nothing.
They say they're not emotional, but we hold it down.
So I started out taking care of my mom. And then I saw my grandmother go through hospice. And I remember how sweet the hospice nurses were and everybody that came to our house. And I said, I want to do that when I grow up. I want to be like those women that came in and helped grandma with her pills and give her bath. Because I can do that. Because, you know, you have to figure out what your thing is. And I've always just been a nurturing, caring person. So it came natural. And then when I had a baby, it was like, oh, okay, well, I've been bathing and changing old folks and everything already anyway. So I'm good.
A natural.
So here I am. Years later, I became a nursing assistant after high school in 2012. And then I went to school for medical assistant. I graduated from that in 2016. And then I had my daughter in 2017. So I was going to go to nursing school, but I had to pause because I had a baby. So now I'm still going to pursue that goal, even with twins.
There you go.
And my job, as she mentioned, I'm a federal employee at the VA, and they are going to be paying for that. So I'm definitely going to utilize that.
Wise.
So just stay tuned.
Very wise. And so, where are you originally from, and how did you get to Durham?
Okay, so I was born in Wake County. My family is from Apex, North Carolina. So I moved to Durham when my mother and my father married each other because my dad was a city worker. So we went to be closer to his job.
Cool.
And they got us a house built in Durham. And that was way back when they had few gardens. I don't know if everybody remember that. That was a long time ago. But that's how we got to Durham. And then from Durham, I went to Oxford.
Wow. Wow. So was the VA the first place that you started with your nursing?
No, ma'am. I started out in the nursing home. I started out doing private duty. And then I went into the hospice field. And I enjoyed hospice. But as I began to get into motherhood, the hospice schedule didn't work with the daycare schedule.
Makes sense.
So I went into the hospital. But I'm glad because I wanted to know every area of nursing. I didn't just want to, because some people only are good at certain things, like they don't know bedside care but they know how to pass meds or they know how to do this. I wanted to know everything, so when God put me in that position, I would be a well-rounded nurse. I done been around the block.
Makes sense.
In order to be a nurse, you need to be a nurse assistant anyway. So
train in all areas.
That's right.
Makes total sense. So the more you know, the more opportunities that open up to you. So,
Right.
I mean, that's always a good thing, and in that capacity that you are in the healthcare field, how do you navigate that without it affecting your daily home life? You know what I mean?
God and balancing everything. When I'm home, I'm mommy Amber. When I'm at work, I'm employee Amber. I just try not to mix the two. And sometimes, we take work home. We get some people that stick with us, or we kind of sad.
Yeah.
But you pray your way through it, and you just have to multitask.
And that's kind of the direction I was thinking on that. You deal with the health of other people,
Right.
And even though they're strangers to you, I'm sure you kind of feel that connection to them to the point to where when you get home, it's kind of like takes you a little while to brush that
Yeah,
off.
sometimes, and it's just like, Lord, whatever they got going on, just help them, because when I go back tomorrow, I don't want them to be in the same shape. And God works; He has done it.
Yes.
There have been patients that told me, "Oh, they said I can't go home, and I'm just all sick." And I said, "No, you're not. You going home." You going home. And then I come back and check on them. I got my discharge papers. I said, see, didn't I tell you? So, then they come back and say, that girl told me I was going to go home. That girl prayed for me. That girl sung for me. Then they come back looking for me. But it's not me.
Yeah.
It's God. God uses me, and He put me in the position, even with battle rap, everything. In every area, I allow God to use me, even if it's not in the church. So,
Amen.
We are the church, right?
that's right.
And everywhere we go, God's light and God's love should shine through us.
Yeah.
And it is definitely evident in your character and your actions. And I just can't big you up enough. I think we don't do enough of that in our community, and make sure that we appreciate one another on a level that is real, tangible, and genuine. So let's just talk about being a single mother and all of the businesses that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But being a single mother, how do you find that you balance all of these things that you do?
Well, I have a support system. I have people that have come into my life that are not related to me by blood, but by love. And they help me out with my daughter. I have people that come to babysit my daughter while I, do things I need to do. Or I kind of prioritize, like when I'm off, I do everything I need to do while she's at school. So I have just come up with different ways to be creative and to make things work. Or when she's taking a nap, when she's asleep, when she's in her room, I'm jotting down ideas. I'm looking up things. I'm researching things, because every little second counts. You got 24 hours in the day, so you can't waste them.
So much wisdom.
Isn't that the truth?
So much wisdom, and time management is key to a lot of things.
Yes.
I've seen you even on your health prioritizing and
losing weight and doing stuff like that and sharing your tips with others. Of course,
Yeah.
you're in what we call the family way now, so you can't be trying to lose no weight.
I still eat healthy.
Yes, and I love that about you. You're so well-rounded and you're so confident.
Thank you.
What is your inspiration, or who is your main inspiration for everything that you do at this point?
My daughter and my twins that are coming, of course, my mother in heaven, and all the people that love and support me, because it's so many. If I started to name, I would be naming for weeks and weeks. Mm-hmm. But I'm just grateful. I didn't know that I had so much love and support until I got pregnant with these twins, and just the outpour of people, and just how God has sent me this village, because I was like passed out on the floor. I was like, God is hilarious. You remember I called you? I was like, I left home with one child and I'm gonna come back with 3. Somebody is lying. Okay, this is a lie.
My mother used to tell me, if you lose too much weight, you're gonna get pregnant.
Yes, and that's exactly how it was. And I was so excited. I had lost all that weight, and now look at me. But I'm gonna do it all again. And my doctor told me, like, you're so resilient. I'm not worried about you. You still working 2 jobs while you pregnant. You still be dancing. You got heels on. You all right. You probably gonna go all the way to 40 weeks with them twins. Because some people deliver like at 35, and she was like, I just don't see that for you, because you just super mom. So I'm glad y'all got confidence in me.
We do. We believe in you, and we're here for you anytime. Yes.
Yes.
And so I wanted to also ask you, was there anything in your childhood or your upbringing before you decided to go to nursing school that you wanted to do? Like, how did you cross over into connecting with the whole battle rap?
So I've always liked music. I grew up in a musical family. My brother makes beats. My oldest brother sings and does vocal training. My daddy sung and traveled to sing. They had what they call quartet groups and male choruses back then.
Oh, wow.
Where they all used to march in with the same little suit on, and they'll sing the song like, oh, Lord, Lord, I want you to help me. Come on. So
I was expecting you to join in on that.
That was right down her alley.
Say it again.
That's what they did. And my daddy would be one of the lead singers, and we would have to go to so many programs and stuff. And I didn't want to hear the songs, but you memorized them because you would be there all day. Because everybody had like 3 selections apiece. So
listen,
I used to like to break the lyrics down. I was always a listener because I like to write as well. Gotcha. So I would hear people say stuff, and I would be like, oh, that's cool. Like even now, listening to whether it's R&B, gospel, whatever, when I hear what they're saying, I'm not listening to the music. That's fine, but I'm listening to the actual words, because I want to know what you're saying to my spirit. You could be putting a spell on me.
You're feeling the music while listening to the words.
Right.
That's the way I like it.
So when battle rap came along, it was like, oh, so this is just another music thing, because I already was getting into breaking down the words. Now I'm hearing these guys aggressively going back and forth and saying this stuff, and some of it is disrespectful, but some of it is deep, because all of it is not aggressive and mean. Sure. I've heard guys get up and talk about their health, fighting custody with their kids, telling a story when they rap, and I'm sitting here like, wow, this guy just really did this. And the whole room is just about to cry now, because I'm like, okay, so is this even a battle rap event at this point? Because he just spoke to my spirit. Yeah. I feel like I want to shout now. So that's how it started, and just going to events and attending and meeting people and networking. And once everybody figured out that I could do certain things and I could contribute to the culture, one thing kind of led to the next. I started out giving them towels, y'all, because I was raised up in the church. So I was the battle rap usher. And I would come with bottles of water and towels, and when they would start rapping and spitting and sweating, I'd be like, wait a minute, hold on. And they was like, you know what? That works. Bring her back. We can keep that up. So then I went as far as some of the rappers, I was putting their names and their logos on the water bottle. I was like, I'm gonna take it up a notch. Wow. So now when I come and dab you off, your water bottle gonna have your name on it, and I'm gonna get my 5 seconds of fame in the camera. Yeah. I'm gonna turn it to the side and show up, And then it was just like, people, I have always been complimented on my personality, and people think I'm funny. So some people like me around just because of that, and some of the guys say, we can't even have an event without you being here. Like, we know you pregnant, we'll put a pregnant section up, we all stand around you, so won't nobody bump your stomach, because we just need your presence.
Yeah.
So
now I'm gonna give you 2 quick words of praise. One from the wonderful Mrs. Elsie Warner, Auntie. That's my aunt.
Oh,
She says, Sister Amber, thank God for sisters like you. May God continue to bless you.
that's so sweet. Thank
And
you,
the
Auntie.
next one, you might know this next name, I'm guessing. Bam. Janae.
Oh, that's my cousin.
How you say that? How you
See, I
say
was
that?
hoping somebody else would take that name, so I wouldn't
I
mess
don't
it
know
up.
how you say that, but that's Janae, and that's Nene, and that's my baby.
She says, I'm proud of you, Amber Moses. Love you, cuz. I'm also loving this podcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Nene. I love you. That's my sweetie. We do girls
But wait.
trips together.
One more.
Kyla Adams. Go,
Oh,
Amber.
that's my baby right there.
Okay.
That is like my sister. So I was living in Apex with her and her mom. Her mom is my mom's sister.
Okay.
So I stayed with her. We slept in the same day bed for half of our life, and I had my own bed.
All right,
but I
now
loved her so much.
See, we're gonna have to get your family under control. We can't be doing shout outs for the rest of the night now. We
Beth
can't-
Biddle says, "Hey, cuz, I'm so proud of you. Keep up the good work. Love you."
Yes, that's my cousin too on my daddy's side. Shout out
the
to my
beautiful
daddy family, the Moses. We got the Moses and the
we got the
council
whole
side.
fam up
That's
in
what's
here.
up.
That's what I'm talking about.
I love it.
Talk about a support system. That's what it's all about. And so, what is the name of, or is there a name of the association that you do management for battle rap?
So that is called Amber Alert Management.
Amber, woo woo.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
they helped me come up with that name, and we just thought it was cute because my name is Amber, and they used to be like Amber Alert, and then when you get an Amber Alert on your phone, it's always enough to stop and get your attention.
Yes.
I want to get your attention. I want my
what's up.
artists to get your attention. So when they hop on stage, it's gonna be like, oh, Amber Alert.
Woo.
So once again, give us that full name, Amber
Amber Alert Management.
Management. Okay.
Yes.
So when you do these competitions, where are you
Yes,
at
sir.
mostly?
So they started out, the home place is Atlanta, but since things are branching out and there are different battle leagues, so each league has a different area that they kind of work out of.
Okay.
So it's mostly Atlanta, Virginia, or Charlotte.
Okay. Now, do you ever, when you have these battle rap competitions, do you ever join with like some producers and have like producers on there giving you the beats, or is it strictly DJs?
So they don't
where I'm
actually
going with this.
rap to music, but there are some battle leagues that do.
That do. Okay.
So
and that was my next question, because I've
yeah.
seen the difference where it's just two MCs or right there on stage, no music, they
Right.
just going at them, throwing
Right.
lines.
So that's
okay.
kind of where we are. But we do have people come to play music and like DJs at the events, like for intermission or just to kind of set the tone. Because sometime in between we taking a break, I want to get my little boogie on. I don't want to be quiet.
I hear you.
And also showcasing the other artists, some of their
Right,
some do
right,
record.
right. Some of them do rap outside of battle rap and actually record tracks. So that would be a dope idea to be playing their music if they're battling, to be showcasing them in two ways. So you just gave me an idea, because I'm gonna actually be hosting my own events.
It was
this year.
self-serving because I do beats also.
Oh, I know.
So,
you do it
I
all.
was,
That's why I'm with you. I know.
Shameless plug.
You the man with the
I'm
plan.
planting seeds that hopefully will grow in this direction
They
well.
are, because I'm taking notes. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay, all right. I like that. I like
That's a good daughter. Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed. And so tell us, what is 32 Bars?
32 Bars is my home battle league that I work with and do the marketing and promotions for. Shout out to Javelli. He's the CEO of 32 Bars. They are based out of Charlotte. So he was one of the connections that I made by attending events, and we just became friends through the years. And he was like, hey, you know a lot of people, you're good at getting stuff out, I want you on my team. And once he gave me that role, things just took off. And now we are one of the up and coming, well, we ain't even up and coming because we already been here, but we are definitely one of the most popular battle leagues around, and we are in high demand. Our artists are always booked, and Javelli's actually working on an event right now. He probably watching too.
That's what's up.
So he don't sleep. He just, because he hit me up last night and was like, is this person available? Is that person? Because he always want to put my people to work. So I love that about him.
That's good. That's a
Yeah.
good
So
thing.
shout out 32 Bars.
Shout out to 32 Bars. Yes. And so how did you actually make your way down to, like, what was the first event you went to that said, oh, this is what's up?
I went to a battle rap event with my cousin, Miss Jaleesa Moses, shout out to her. And I saw her rapping. And I didn't have the confidence to rap like she did, but I liked what she did.
All right.
And I was like, oh, so they got girls doing this. Okay, well, I can't do it, but I can come and watch because I like the way they do it. So one event led to the next. And then my best friend, Sino, shout out to Sino Savvy, he's a battle rapper as well. He took me on the road with him when my mom passed. And he was like, you know, I got this big event in Atlanta. I'm trying to, you know, get my career established, whatever. So I came with him, and I met some even bigger people and even some famous people. Like,
Right.
I was able to be in the same rooms as Hitman Holla and Charlie Clips and people that was Cassidy, Remy Ma. And I was like, so all this is tied into this? So... And you know me, I could talk to a squirrel. And I made my way over to all them and got my pictures.
Just like your dad.
And, you know, that's how it started. So just going to events. And every time I went to an event, I saw something new and different that I liked. You know, I saw one guy that was like rapping about the Bible. And I'm like, okay, so they got people doing that. Okay. Then I saw one guy and he just had a specific style, and like he dressed weird and he was like coming out in a costume. So everybody had their own thing to contribute, and it was a room full of creative people.
Yeah.
And I like creative spaces because I'm a creative person myself. So that gave me ideas for other things. I get a word from anything, you know.
We gotta hear God and everything that we in this life. The way the world is, we better be listening for God and everything. I'm telling you. But so also just thinking about this whole atmosphere, and where do you see yourself going with the hip hop and the battle rap atmosphere? I know you mentioned you're going to do your own event.
Yeah, I'm gonna start hosting my own events and continuing to work with the league that I work with, and just getting my artists to the next level. I want to see some of them on TV with some of these people that we watch and we take pictures with. That's my goal, because I've already been in those rooms and met those people, so ain't no telling what God can do next.
Wow.
Because now I can talk to you about somebody that I got for you, you know, because I can't do nothing for you, but they can.
Well,
So-
we see you going great places, going higher heights and deeper depths with this whole thing.
Yes, ma'am.
And so let's just talk about segue to my favorite part, because you look so fabulous. Your
Thank
outfit-
you.
Y'all see this purse on the table. This purse matching this top to a T. How do you
I don't
do
know if they
that
can
there?
see it.
How do you do that there?
How you do that there?
You know,
I like
looking
that
like
song.
you're part of the House of Chinatown.
Yes,
girl.
ma'am. Well, I
Yes.
had to be qualified to come up in here. That's why I made my post earlier.
Listen,
And-
I'm on it.
And the pocketbook, my mama had actually had that. So I think sometimes she just be leaving stuff for me, because I was digging through her stuff and I said, wait a minute, I got something to look like this. And I was
Wow.
on FaceTime with some of my clients, and I said, how this gonna look if I put this on with that? They were like, yeah, do that. So that's how this came together.
So gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh, I just love mama stuff, girl.
Yes.
Take
She,
you
she
down through
left. She
there.
left me some wigs and everything.
Oh.
I be having all kinds of fun, because if she was here, you couldn't touch it.
Yes.
She wouldn't use it, and you couldn't touch it either.
So let's talk
That
about
sounds familiar.
let's talk about what you do in the beauty field. How did you start making these beautiful press-on nails?
Well, when the pandemic came and I couldn't get my nails done, but I still wanted to be a hot girl, I got creative. And I said, so how I can't go to the nail shops because they're all closed, but I still want to look nice. And I'm in healthcare, but I want my nails done, but I can't wear them to work because I like them to be like Shanae, and they won't let me do it. So I started seeing the press-ons in the store, but they just weren't enough for me because I'm a little extra. And I said, well, what if I order all the supplies and make my own and do my own, and I don't have to spend that much money, because you can order a case of nails for $7 and order the polishes for like $15.
Don't tell all your
Okay,
secrets.
can't tell all the stuff. Okay,
Retail,
I'm gonna tell all the
retail.
business retail, but it was a lot cheaper to order the stuff and do it myself.
Right.
So that's how it started, and then I was never really good at it. I just tried my hand at it because I had some friends that were doing it already. So I looked at what they did. I asked them what supplies they used. I Googled the best polishes, the best dryer, whatever, and took my little change and invested, and then that was it.
Wow. And what's the name of your company that you sell the nails from?
So the nails fall under Sharia Moore LLC because that is my beauty and wellness business. So I was selling purses and sunglasses and other things too. So all of that is under the same umbrella.
Look at you. You got it all. Accessories, nails. Now let's talk about this wellness part. So just to piggyback back to where you were talking about your health and fitness awareness. So the wellness part of that, tell me, look, Christina said yes. Now she's also a fellow beautician, and she does fierce nails as well up in Baltimore, Maryland.
Ooh, shout out to Baltimore.
My sister,
I
girl.
love
That's
Baltimore.
my sister, girl. She coordinated our wedding.
Ooh.
Yes, she did.
She coordinated our wedding.
Yes.
Yes. Had to give a shout out. Well, anywho, we got to get you on the show, Christina. Boom. Plug. So tell us a little bit more about how that all works, and with your fitness, with your regimen is, what do you recommend for someone who's trying to get fit? No fads, no diets. Well, what do you really, really recommend for good health?
Water and taking vitamins every day. Water will save your life. Water can do things for you that medicine, surgery, or nothing can do. I promise you. I struggled with weight for years, and the biggest thing was I didn't drink a lot of water. I wanted to drink juices, and I never really liked soda, but I didn't realize how important it was to drink water. And you need at least 64 ounces of water a day, so that's 8 glasses. So if you don't want to do individual glasses, there's those big bottles you can buy that say keep drinking. You got it, go ahead, almost there. So that's what I do.
Mine's sitting on the table getting dusty.
Yeah. So water and exercise, and even if it's just a walk for 20 or 30 minutes every day. I started small like that, and then I went to the portions and the prepping my meals, and I don't eat anything. Well, now I eat everything, but I didn't eat anything that was white. Rice, bread, sugar, none of that. So when I wanted to have something that was sweet, I would use artificial sweetener, like stevia.
Oh, we're on that now.
Yeah, we're finally on.
We got schooled by a bodybuilding trainer. He's actually a bodybuilder. He was one of our guests, and he told us about the Splenda and the Equal and the Sweet and Low and And when we said stevia, he was like, "That's the one you need to be on, not just the straight stevia though, nothing mixed with any other like sucrose and duclose and
or no aspartame or none of that stuff.
All of that, exactly.
Yeah. So that and just walking, because I grew up with family that was obese on both sides, and high blood pressure and diabetes ran on both sides, and I didn't want none of it. So I forced myself, and just wanting to be able to be around for my daughter, not wanting to be out of breath, and I like to dance. So I got to be able to come down the Soul Train line and do the percolator without getting tired. So I know that sound crazy, but that one little thing was like, because I was like, okay, so I'm the one in the family that's known for breaking it down. So I can't get sloppy. I got to be right every time we have a function. So that was my motivation. And just wanting to look good in my clothes.
Yes, you always do, though.
Thank you. But I didn't want to have to wear body shapers all the time and waist trainers and all that. I wanted it to be what it was.
They uncomfortable.
Yeah, after about 12 hours, child, you have to put some Vaseline or something on it, be cutting into you. So it was all right. I looked good, but I couldn't breathe, though.
No, you can't breathe. Can you imagine trying to sing with a body shaper on?
Oh, child, please. That's why. So I was just like, Lord, help me and keep me motivated and give me people that can help me stay motivated. So my friends held me accountable if they saw me doing something or drinking something, and they still do. Yeah. And working around nurses and doctors, you can't do nothing. Every day, if I come in there with something unhealthy, I know you're pregnant, but you can't have this, and they'll take it. I had a TV dinner, no lie, and if y'all watching, y'all can attest. It was one of the Michelina TV dinners, and I was getting ready to warm it up, and it had the mashed potatoes of the Salisbury steak. I flipped it over, and it said it had 970 milligrams of sodium.
Wow.
And one of the doctors I worked with said, go ahead and eat it, and your feet going to be swollen up, and you're going to be on bed rest, and then you're going to be able to work for the rest of your pregnancy. I say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and eat these pineapples right here. I don't even want this no more. I don't even want to buy them no more. So, accountability is everything.
Yes.
Yes. It helps to have people that hold you accountable and support you in your goals. And sometimes tough love is what we need, because I know I do.
Yeah. They rough though, but my pastor said it's tight, but it's right.
It's tight, but right.
Shout out to my pastor too, Pastor Troy Younger, Harvest Community Church, Oxford, North Carolina.
All right now.
Yeah, and when she's saying tough, I mean, I have my wife to pretty much thank for this. I mean, I was going that route anyway, but we both are sharing a vegan lifestyle, or excuse me, diet, not the lifestyle, but the diet.
We don't do diets.
Two different, or excuse me.
Plant-based nutritional habits.
Okay.
And it looked
Okay.
good. I be watching. I want to eat some of it.
I'm telling you,
I think y'all had some jackfruit or something one day. I
Oh,
don't
we're
know.
not trying to get into the jackfruit.
I don't know. It was
I
something.
would like to try it. I would like to. It doesn't
jackfruit
look
is
nice,
tough.
but
It don't look nice.
It's tough. I had a real chef show me how to get jackfruit out of a can and make crab cakes one time.
Oh, I've seen that. I watched Tabitha, but they say the way she do her stuff is kind of too salty or too much flavor. But
She like that. She like that salt. She got her own seasonings, right?
Yes.
So yeah, but there is definitely a technique and an art to using jackfruit. It's the right texture, but you have to know how to work it before you cook it.
yeah,
And so tonight we probably did some asparagus and some kale and stir fried vegetables and some little meatless chicken wings.
I like those. The Beyond Meat and the they in the box and they're like little chicken patties, but they in the green box. I forgot who make them, but they're
Probably
over.
Morning Star.
Yep. So I can do those, and I like the black bean burgers too.
So these are by Daring. Daring makes a bag. They sell them at Walmart. And these little wingettes taste just like boneless chicken wings.
We got to
Delicious.
start
The
collecting a
texture and
check for all
everything.
these
Yeah,
product
oops.
mentions we're doing.
We are not endorsed by any of these companies. We
Right.
do not get paid to mention them. We're just
Yeah.
trying to share the love with those who want to try some plant-based foods. Amen.
But if they want to
Amen.
cut us a check at some point, that's okay too.
We'll take it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The sponsor, excuse me, Auntie Deborah says she is watching.
Oh, a shout out to my Aunt Debbie. She called me shaking and a rocking. 'Cause
Shaking
I'm
and
always
rocking.
dancing.
That's for real. That's for real. That's what's up. And so that was our little segment we like to call vegan-ish when we talk about what. So you said water, get moving.
Yes, and vitamins, multivitamins. If you are a woman, women's one a day. And I know we ain't getting paid, but I'm just saying, or some women's multivitamin, and they have them for men too, and they go by age. Not calling nobody old. I'm just saying, like they'll say like age 50 to 65 or whatever. So you need vitamins because calcium and vitamin D are so important, y'all. If you get vitamin D deficient, you can end up in the hospital. I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
And
It affects your
calcium is
mind.
good for your bones, for your teeth, all that stuff. So we getting older. We need biotin. We need stuff for our hair, skin, and nails. You know, biotin is good for your skin. And I struggle with seborrheic dermatitis. So I have to use vitamin E oil. And I take fish oil in the morning. I take D3 and I take my prenatals. So you got to have a regimen. If you ain't got no vitamins, and get you some liquid chlorophyll and thank me later.
Oh, you're about the third person that told me that in this season. This year coming in, Sydney just said that to me on the last show. Yeah, so
2 shows ago.
yeah, so let's just talk a little bit about where you're going with it. Are you writing a book, or do you have any other goals?
I am. It's funny that you said that. So, and I hope my grandma and my aunt them watching because they have been telling me all my life to write a book. And I have been writing it, but I just never had it all together. And I would stop because it would be something that I had to add to it. But I have been working on my book, and I plan to let this year be the year that I finish it. And it is titled Love Yourself. And the reason why I want to share this is because my grandma and my cousin Christy used to always say, love yourself. I would say, I love you. No, love yourself. So that always stuck with me because if you don't love yourself, how can you possibly say that you love somebody else?
That's the truth.
And there was lots of things in my life that caused me not to love myself. But because I found God, because, you know, people be like, you know, well, my daddy gonna say, don't say you found God because he won't never lost. But I became more aware of who God was to me and who I was to him. And I was able to love myself through the love of God. So that gave me that title because, you know, growing up, going through, you know, molestation, you know, dealing with abuse, domestic violence, you know, or being bullied or different things caused me to not really care about myself. And I didn't really know who I was. And there was a time where I didn't like myself at all. You know, I didn't want to look in the mirror. I just was like, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, as I began to listen to the older women around me and my mom and the women in church and my aunts, I didn't know that I was pretty because nobody had ever told me that until they told me that.
Girl.
But it's so important to know that, because then you grow up and you meet these men or you meet people that treat you bad and you have what they call a victim's mentality, because I did. And I also had what they call Stockholm syndrome, where I would feel sorry for the people that abused me and I would make excuses for them. So I learned how to love myself because I realized, okay, if a person really cares about you, they wouldn't do that to you. If a person really, you know, want to be with you, they wouldn't, you know, treat you a certain way. But you don't know if nobody ain't ever told you. I didn't even know I was being abused until one day I was watching the show about abuse, and they said this is all the things that a person that abused you does, and they was naming it out, and I had experienced everything that they named out, and I was like, I'm being abused. And then that's when the light came on.
Wow.
So I'm a person that likes to read. If anybody knows me, I read about 4 or 5 books a week. So I began to research the different kinds of abuse. I began to research what a narcissist was. I began to research how childhood trauma affects you. And, you know, God just gave me different things. That gave me you and other people that came in my life and showed me that, you know, you really are somebody, regardless of what you've been through. Because, you know, a lot of people don't know that I was emancipated. A lot of people don't know that, you know, I stayed with my aunt, even though I had my mom, you know, and my aunt pretty much played the role of my mom for a little while. So I don't want to tell too much because you got to get the book. But all I'm saying is we all have a story. We all have a story. And I'm not afraid to tell mine, because I used to be like, oh, I don't want to say that. People going to look at me funny if I say that I've been sexually abused or whatever. But it's somebody that's going through that is afraid to share it. So by me stepping up, it will give them the courage, because they struggling with it. Somebody needs to hear it, because what you go through is for somebody else. It's not always for you. Because how they know how to make it if I didn't tell them how I made it?
True. It's all about the word of our testimony. That's how
right.
we show God's power, God's love, and God's strength.
That's right.
God delivered us from so many different things,
Right.
and He's keeping us day by day.
That's right.
What would you say that is your advice to anyone who has gone through that, without giving too much of what you have written in
Right.
the book?
Therapy, having a relationship with God, and not being afraid to tell your story, because people will victim shame you. And you may feel like nobody's going to listen, because, you know, when it happens, we're young, and they say, don't tell nobody, because then they ain't going to believe you anyway because you're a child. Don't believe that. If anybody ever tells you that, and even if some children are watching or somebody is playing this and their kids hear it, if anybody ever tell you don't tell your mama, you already should know that's suspect. So tell your truth. Set yourself free. Don't believe that what happened in this house stay in this house thing. Because if you cover things up, they don't ever get healed. They just prevent it from being seen. Because if you put a Band-Aid on something and you got a sore, we can't see it, but that don't mean that it ain't messed up down there under that. It's still there.
It's just getting infected.
So don't cover it up. Open it up and let it breathe and get some air and set it free and heal yourself.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And what are some other things that you suggest? I know you said therapy, talk therapy. Yeah. But are there some other things, like any type of creative things that you can think of that you've done?
Yes, write it down. I have a book where I have wrote down, and that's how I was able to start writing my book, because I've been keeping a record of everything in another book already. Because sometimes you can't say it out loud. Some things you can't talk to people about. It's only a you and God type of situation.
That's right.
And I always knew that I was a writer, you know, and I would always just, okay, on this day, this happened. I would make a note. On this day, I felt this way. And it may sound crazy, but it's better than you telling the wrong person and they spreading your business, as the old folks say, tote news.
And it's tough also because in our community, and the people of color typically don't get talk therapy.
Right.
So what you're talking about, journaling helps us to get those thoughts out. So when we finally have that come to Jesus moment,
right,
and we're able to talk to somebody we can trust, a professional, then we've kind of collected our thoughts. Because I find that this is me, I'm talking about me now.
Right.
You can have racing thoughts. Everything that's going on in your life can just start to dance around in your head. You're like, okay, I got to wash clothes. I got to be here at a certain time. I got to give such that medicine. I got to take my medicine. I need to take a walk. I got to drink some water. I got to do this. Let me put my makeup on. Should I wear a wig today or should I rock my locks?
Right.
All of those things start going, and
yes,
all of those things start going through our heads. That's why, I tell a lot of people that the name China Doll came from a place of, first it was a nickname because of the slanted eyes, and that somebody else called me that, and I picked it up and kept running with it.
Right.
But I realized that it was cast over me, and I took it and I started wearing the mask. I started putting on my makeup. I started trying to make sure that I had a smile on no matter how I felt on the inside. How do you speak to that? How do you speak to that for people who are finding their way? How do you look so good while you do so much and go through?
Ooh, well, my mama told me you don't have to look like what you're going through. You could have all hell breaking loose and be broke, but nobody has to know it because they won't know unless you tell them.
That's right.
Unless you look like you broke.
Unless you tell them or
But
show them.
it don't take but a few seconds to make beauty the duty. Some lip gloss and comb your hair and put some. If you ain't got no gel, wet that brush.
Beauty the duty, honey.
Make beauty
Listen,
the duty.
I had to adjust my seat. Make beauty the duty.
Make beauty the duty.
That's
I don't
my
care how
word
I
for the
feel.
day.
Even being pregnant and gaining weight and feeling like I'm wider than all outside, I still get up and I call it getting qualified.
Yeah.
You got to look qualified. And I got that from one of my patients.
Listen.
90 something years old. She said, "Look at me. Don't I look qualified?" And I said, "You know what?
Qualified.
I'm going to remember that because she told me. She said, if you going through something and you upset and you go outside looking crazy, you might have car trouble and be on the side of the road and somebody gonna see you, or something might happen and you got to give a recap of it on the news and you look toe up." So I always
Mama
think
broke it
like that.
down.
I always think like that.
It's bigger than clean drawers
Yeah,
nowadays.
it's bigger than clean drawers. You got to look qualified because you might be looking at your husband. You don't know, and you could miss your blessing by not being in the right place. Because even if the word is prophesied over you, if you ain't in the place to receive it, it's free game for the next person because you can miss it if you ain't right.
I hear the Lord say,
you got to work the word. You got to look the part.
Look the part,
Look
right?
the part. Make beauty the duty.
Beauty is the duty. That's the word for the day. We can end the show right there. Beauty is the duty.
You got to, and you ain't got to do a whole lot. I ain't talking about put on a full face, but look good. Always think that somebody's watching you. Don't just be like, I could just throw this bonnet on and run in the store real quick. You might see the baby principal. Now everybody at the school think you on that stuff because you out here looking like this. That's what they say. When you look bad, they always say you on that stuff or something wrong with you.
Something.
Yeah, something wrong with that child. She must be a little off.
It's something because sometimes if I have allergies and my eyes are the area that suffer the most. Most people get an itchy throat and stuff like that, but wearing mascara and eyeshadow and eyeliner and sometimes trying to put them lashes on, I'll be looking like, and I get the water in and then they turn red. So on the days when I rest my eyes and don't wear makeup, you see one of the church mothers, sometimes they be like, "Child, you look tired.
It's going through something.
What's wrong with you? How's your sugar doing?"
Did you get any sleep last night?
Yeah.
What do you do?
You right.
You try and start stuff.
Try to start stuff. Messing with my daddy. All right now. Because that's when I'm going to have to roll up in there and say, now, I don't mean no harm, but mind the business that pays you.
So what's a quick out the door look for you?
A quick out the door. I always, I have hyperpigmentation, so I always do a little bit of my cocoa brown foundation. And I love my lashes. I'm a lash girl. I used to go real big, but I just got enough so you could just say, hey, and see I got them on. See, when you turn to the side, you got to have that up motion.
The upward motion.
Yeah, that's all. And that's all it take for me. But if we go in there and it's one of them and we outside like that, I'm getting the full face. I'm gonna call the makeup artist at that point.
Yes.
Shout out to her too. Bree McLean does my makeup. Y'all go see her. She's mobile. She has done my makeup for all my photo shoots.
Photo shoots look
And
fabulous.
I love
by the
it.
way.
Thank you. And shout out to D'Angelo O'Brien does my photography. He's about to do my maternity shoot with these twins too. So y'all stay tuned.
So did we find out what we haven't yet?
So about that, let me tell y'all.
Oh, the big reveal on our podcast.
Now, does your daughter already know?
Yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say she can hear this.
Oh yeah, she knows.
Okay.
So what I do? Is it there?
It's
Yeah,
good.
testing.
She got excited. I was clapping too.
So technology is so different now. So what they can do is at 10 weeks they can draw your blood, and they use your DNA to see if you have male or female DNA to figure out what the baby is. Right. I was lost too, because back in the day you had to get an ultrasound, right?
No. I get it.
They draw my blood and they say that they can detect male or female DNA in my blood because
through the baby, so it's coming into your system.
What?
So they can, wow.
So because I'm having fraternal twins, they were only able to detect gender of one. So I am having one boy. So I won't know what the other twin is until the 25th when I go in for my ultrasound, because I'll be almost 20 weeks. So
you better call me, girl.
yeah, you know I got to, because I'm anxious. Because if they were identical, they would have been able to say, okay, we saw boy DNA, so they both boys. But when they're fraternal, it takes a lot more work.
True.
And the test is kind of new. They only been doing it for some years, so it's not validated to do fraternal.
Okay.
But at least we know one, because we did want a boy. We did. I prayed for a boy, and I was like, Lord, you ain't gave me nothing else I wanted, because I didn't want no twins, and here you come. I at least got to have a boy. So that's how you know the Lord is listening.
He is always listening.
When you think he not listening, he listening. He give you what you need. You don't even know you need it. Because baby, I know that these twins are a blessing. I passed out when they told me, and then the way they did me, Daddy, they was talking amongst themselves. They didn't even tell me I was having twins. They were looking at each other and looking at me, looking at each other, and then they went to the back to get somebody. Whenever they go get somebody, you in trouble. Something ain't right.
They trying
so
to
now,
figure
so
it
now
all
at this
out.
point, I said, yeah, because the girl was a student, and she said, I can't tell you anything because I'm still in school. I have to go and get the nurse because she's
That's
been doing
true.
it for 20 years.
Yeah.
So the nurse came back and she said, yeah, that's what it is. I said, what is what? Because now I'm getting mad. Because now I'm about to knock all this over. Because why y'all keep talking, but they talking to me, you know?
They left you out.
So they came back and she turned the screen around and showed me, and I saw them two babies, and one of them was like it was sucking his thumb.
Already?
Child, yeah, that was about 10 weeks, 4 days when that happened.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, who was that for? Not me. She said, Miss Moses, congratulations, you're going to have twins. They said it was 8:15. When I come to, it was 10:30. I had done passed out right there with the jelly on my stomach.
Oh,
passed
no.
out. They was fanning me when I woke up. And I said, y'all, I had the most horrible dream that I was having some twins. And she said, baby, it's not a dream. Congratulations. I said,
down
to who? She said, to you. I said, oh, Lord Jesus. And I fell back out again.
Oh, my goodness.
And I had to go to work that day because I always do my appointments in the morning and I go to work afterwards, so I don't have to use my time.
You had to take off.
I went, but I was like, I was walking the Green Mile. I had that paper in my hand. I said, oh, Lord.
They just couldn't
Y'all
tell
ain't
you
gonna
again.
believe
They
what's
didn't
gonna
want you to read it. You just.
I said, y'all just don't, oh, Lord. And my boss said, what's wrong? I said, just look. She said, oh, it's two of them. I said, oh, Lord. She done said it out loud. Jesus, I ain't want nobody to say nothing. So I stared at the ceiling for about 2.5 hours until I finally said, okay, God, whatever you say, if you say I can handle it, because we put more on ourselves sometimes that we can bear, but he don't. And
right.
even when we do it to ourselves, he come in and he fixes it.
Won't he do it?
So I said, if you gave it to me, you must think I can handle it. I don't know why. I felt like Bobby Womack. You remember when he said, I wish you didn't trust me so much.
Girl. Crystal Westbrook said, hello, beautiful.
Hi, Crystal. That's my free. All my people is up here. Look at y'all. Ain't God
Listen.
good?
And we all cannot wait till the 25th when you go back. 'Cause
Honey,
then
I'm
you
going to have
got
to go
all these-
live.
You got all these ChynaGroove cousins, aunties, uncles, and mamas
speaking
and
of
them.
which, we can't have the family on without having real family. Let me see if she's listening. As we go to your daughter in the green room.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Let me see.
We got the nanny cam on the baby.
There she is.
Hi, Courtney. Mommy loves you.
She been such a good girl in our office.
She is.
She
She's a sweet girl.
She is so smart and talented.
Oh, that's my guy. I see Fredo's name. He's one of the podcast bloggers. He has a podcast as well. Wild Rap Podcast.
Shout out. We got to get you on the
Shout
show.
out.
Look at me peeking, supposed to be talking. We love you, Fredo, aka my name, Lil Durl. And look, I
Now
was
we
singing
really
Bobby
gotta have him on the
Womack.
show.
I was
Yeah, 'cause
singing
we
Bobby
need an
Womack, and he got
explanation
the
for
Bobby
that.
Womack glasses. That's what I always tell him. You got the old Bobby Womack glasses. Sit down somewhere.
Fredo, hit us up, ChynaGroove podcast. I'm sorry, ChynaGroove show at outlook.com. Come on the
Yes,
show.
come on, Fredo.
We'll bring you and Amber back on together.
Yeah, y'all would love him. He is a mess.
Oh, that's what's up. We love this network. We love what you're doing in the community. Is there any thing that you wanted to share with us about the twin lifestyle? Are you doing like a reality or a follow of your pregnancy?
I need to, because people just look. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because it's me or because it's twins, but people are so excited everywhere I go.
We are.
When I go to work, y'all, I just want to say this, and I said this when I went live last night. The way that people have treated me throughout this pregnancy, I just feel like the Queen of England. When I go to these battle rap events, these guys pull out my chair, get up, give me their chair, bring me water, make sure the bathroom was clear. I had one guy like, where you going? Because she got to be able to get to the bathroom. Hold on. He won't let nobody cloud the bathroom, grab the bathroom.
Okay.
So, and then even at work or just every time I go somewhere and I say, oh, I'm having twins, because they'll say, are you expecting? Or we'll just be talking and I'll be like, well, yeah, I'm having twins. They're like, oh, you're so blessed. Oh, I'm so jealous. Oh, and I'm like, I'm glad you're excited, because I passed out when they told me. Look good for you. I'm still trying to pick myself up off the floor.
Hashtag twin mom. Oh,
Yes,
right. This
yes.
is exciting. I cannot wait to see these little faces and find out the other gender.
Yes, and the baby shower. Daddy, we gotta get you down there to come DJ and get some stuff
All
going.
you have to do is say it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I need you on the
Yes.
team. Y'all,
Okay.
we gotta recruit him. Y'all battle rappers watching.
Yeah,
we
he got
we
beats.
got us a new producer. He got beats
Yes.
over here. All y'all that be trying to rap, not the ones that rap like Shawty Low. Stay over there. But we don't want none of that slow rapping. Keep that over there. But if you know what you're doing, I got something for you.
Definitely.
Poor Shawty Low.
Yeah, he done died, but he used to rap real slow. He used to make. I used to be like, wait, I couldn't follow it, and I got to be able to get it. If I can't get it, and I tell the guys that if you are rapping, and I gotta ask somebody what you said when you through, I don't want to listen.
So, I mean, and as a manager, how do you choose or select the artists that you work with?
They picked me.
That's
Some of
what's
them
up.
did. They came and was like, we see how the culture loves you, how you support, how you're at every event, you connected to everybody. You would be a great manager. And I was like, oh, please, child, I ain't got time to fool with that. And they just wouldn't leave me alone. So these last few clients that I just got, because I just got 3 more this week. Ain't God good?
Oh, yes.
I picked them because I saw that they were marketable. I liked their style. And I didn't think that they got the recognition that they got working on their own, because they don't know some of the things that I know and some of the people that I know, and they haven't been on some of the platforms that I have. But now, because they're connected to me, they'll get those opportunities.
Yeah. And see, I was the same way, because when I was in college, I did the whole college radio thing. And I remember it to this day. It was a New Year's Eve. I had just broken up with my girlfriend at the time in college.
I'm glad she broke
I had
up. She messed
no...
up.
Me too. I had no idea what I was going to do for New Year's Eve. And I lived here, and then right on the street behind me, there was a club that was right there. So I just figured I'd go see if they were having anything for New Year's Eve. So when I walked by, I saw that there was not only a show in there, but it was Group Home. Remember the old, I don't know if you ever heard of a group called Group Home. It was produced by Gangstar, whatchamacallit, DJ Premier.
Okay, I know who DJ Premier is.
And Onyx.
That's before her time.
I know about
baby.
Onyx.
And Onyx was performed. They were the headliners. So I walked in the club. I walked in like I was supposed to be there with my
with your little
press
pimp card.
credential. Hey, I work for the college radio station. Can I come? Let me right in. I was there for sound check, and I heard this guy rapping. I said, I went home, got my camera, came back, made sure I interviewed this guy. I thought he was already a national rapper. Turns out he was a local rapper from Richmond, Virginia, and he was looking for a manager.
See how God do?
Who was that?
That was my man Tony Black.
Yeah.
Hey. Shout out Tony Black. Where he
So
at now?
right now him and his wife actually have their own semi-pro football team that they started.
Oh, wow.
So he kind of hung up the microphone.
Oh, it's okay.
He was a monster.
He can't hang it up.
We went up to New York. Stretch Armstrong and Barbito, who were 2 radio DJs then, used to have a show up in college, and they used to have like Q-Tip, you name the big rappers, they were on their show. But they always did freestyles. We went up to New York just to try to get on their show. We couldn't get in. They said, man, we don't do it like that. So we went to this club called the Freezer downtown in Manhattan. It was literally an old meat packing freezer, had meat hooks hanging from the ceiling, had a stage up front, and open freestyle. Black got up there. He's freestyling, going off like crazy. The host, MC Shan, old school. My man was flowing so hard, MC Shan came up, put his hand in his back, and pushed him up to the front of the stage.
What's up. That's how we do at the events. When they get to talking good, you gotta push them.
Push him up. He didn't know who it was that was put. He thought it was me or my business partner at the time that did that. And he said, "Hey man, I thank y'all for pushing me up. I was in my zone. I didn't know." I said, "That wasn't us." I said, "That was MC Shan." He almost fell to the floor.
Yeah.
And I love that. And let me see if you're the same way. When you go from seeing somebody for the first time to managing them to now them getting on, how does that make you feel?
I love it. I love to see them get opportunities. I love to see them perform. I think I can rap because they can rap. and one of my clients, he's so dope to me because he's okay with me talking about it, but he's in a wheelchair. And he stood out to me because he was sitting in a wheelchair talking pure T crap to these guys and had bars, and I was like, if you keep rapping like that, I'm gonna push that wheelchair.
Wow.
So I get so excited. It's like a rush for me, so I know exactly what you're talking about. But when you really are a music lover and you really love what you're doing, it just speaks to your soul, because I hear a song and I get excited.
I am so glad you said that. Now, I'm going to see if you agree with me on this one. If you really love what you're doing, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Today, that's what the problem is with rap or the hip-hop game in general, because it's no longer for the love of doing it. It's for the love of
right, and they rapping about anything.
Anything.
I don't even listen to it. I would rather listen to old school any day. If you ever ride with me, I don't even really listen to rap. Period. And that's what's so funny, because I love battle rap. But if you ride in the car with me, I'm gonna play the Commodores or the Stylistics.
Wow.
So I don't know. I guess it all depends on where I'm at. Yeah. But I do like rap, and I will. When it come on, I do got my little songs that I like. But I'm an old school girl.
And there's a reason for it. And even now, old school acts are selling out shows while the new school cats are like scrambling.
Yep.
They're having a hard time.
Yep.
And it's because the craft has changed so much that it's not someone trying to be unique. It's not somebody trying to be creative. Everybody's trying to sound the same. Everybody's using the same producers. It used to be that you wanted to find that hot producer that nobody heard of and put them on. Yeah. And get out there. And it's just the creativity is just taking it down. And
they're not talented. They just know people in high places that put them on. They just they don't have no talent. They just walked in and somebody that knew somebody put them on.
Thank you.
And like I ain't gonna say no names because I don't want to get us sued by nobody, but a lot of them rappers that be rapping, I don't like it. I don't like it. I would rather listen to, back in the day when we used to listen to DMX and we used to listen to those old rappers. Like I don't like this new Jay-Z, but the old Jay-Z was my boy.
Lyrical ability.
What had happened
and the dexterity of being able to change up your flow versus I'm gonna just rap like this through the whole song and I'm gonna just kidding.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, you gotta have a message for me. I gotta get something out of it. And if all you doing is calling my mama ugly and telling me to back it up and I remind you of a Jeep, that's not going to work for me.
Oh, man. I don't know who wrote that one. But yeah. Shout out to Sensei K. Rule. He's an awesome MC. He said, I'm a Kim Woo fan. Kim Woo is my rap name.
Okay. So he's got the RU. I see a lot of guys doing that, but they are affiliated with the Pyru thing, though. I don't think he doing that.
No. I think that's more of a 5% thing.
Yeah. Kind of like the EL when some people do that at the end.
Yeah, we had to get him on the show. Y'all got to get him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lyrically, though, who would you say is the one to look out for that you manage?
Oh, they gonna get me. Right now,
That's a tough question.
they all the bomb, and I love them all. But the one that is making a lot of noise and that is booked and busy right now is Blue Strip Benji. He is going through the process of getting on to RBE, which is the Reverie Entertainment, which is one of the bigger leagues. It's up there with URL.
You say Blue Strip or Stripe?
Blue Strip Benji. Yeah, is
Blue
he up there?
Strip.
I'm looking. I do my homework.
He need to be watching now where he at, because we got to get him on the show.
Yeah, you do. He's making moves. They all are, though. My phone rings off the hook for all of them, but I'm very picky about my people. The battles have to make sense. They ain't battling nobody that don't have no resume that compares to theirs. Your cousin that be battling in his mama's shed, he don't measure up. They'll have fun with him.
Now let's just say I find one of his battles, and let's just say it's against somebody named Imperfect. If I play this, is it going to be something that you should cover your children's ears?
I don't know, because I wasn't there.
Okay.
And Imperfect can get a little explicit. Imperfect is from VA. I love him too. I was just there with them. We had an event there December 15th, and he was hilarious.
What part of VA is he from?
I think he is from either Chesapeake or Hampton. Don't quote me, but we were in Hampton.
Okay.
Wow.
There's a lot of talent coming out of that area.
So do they still have like gun bars?
Oh, they do. I even seen somebody pick a girl up and use her as a gun once.
Oh, no.
They get creative. The gun bars are my favorite until they make a noise that I know a gun don't sound like. I be like, something wrong with that one.
Everybody going down.
Right. That ain't even scary enough. I be like, what? He must got the baby gun.
He had the Kevin Hart.
But they are so creative. Like I heard this guy say the other day, and I hope he watching, Kenny Rolak. He said, "You ever called your best shooter and your phone rung?" And everybody was like, huh? I was like, oh, that went over y'all head. I caught that. And then some of the guys, they got some catchy slogans. And because I'm always listening, like one of the guys, Sino, his slogan is, he always say, "See no evil. Been around demons my whole life and I don't see no evil. You came on my block. You better hope Sino greet you. You only had one job. Don't let Sino beat you." So when he say that, the whole audience most of the time say it with him. And I be feeling like that's my moment because I can't rap. But because he my friend and I rode with him, that's my moment. I can say that part real good too. So if you ever watch any battles of Sino Savvy, more than likely I'm directly behind him or next to him, or you gonna hear me yelling. And I probably ain't got no shoes on.
And of course not now. Of course not. So where can the audience see any of these battles? Is there a specific site that you have? Or?
So they all come on YouTube, and if they are battles from RBE, you can go to Reverie Entertainment, and they're there. But I share them all, not just my clients. I share everybody's stuff. So if you ever looking for a particular battle, just hit me up or check my page because I'm probably sharing it, or I was probably there. Mm-hmm. So one day I'm gonna flip the coin before they rap. I always wanted to do that. That's the important job. That's the only thing I never did. Yeah, if I flip that coin, I'm famous. That's it.
You know it. And so while we're, I think he's trying to find that footage.
Yeah.
He ready to see something.
He gonna be up all night like, uh-oh.
Kids, it's battle rap time.
Right.
But so where can we find you before he pulls that out? Where can we find you for artist management?
You can find me on Instagram at highsteppin_diva. You can find me on Facebook at Amber Moses, and I'm on Twitter at darkglam92.
All right. Say it again.
Yep. So Facebook is Amber Moses. Instagram is highsteppin_diva. Twitter is darkglam92.
And here we go. I hear something.
I like that song. That was Future.
Mistake.
No, that wasn't no mistake. I like that one.
We can't play the music because they're going to flag us.
Right.
They're going to be like, you're muted in these countries because of your audio.
That's what they do. I was playing Marvin Cease and they did that. Now everybody don't even know him.
Wow. Listen, if you want distro kid, you protected by Viper. Stand back. No, I'm just
Yes. So, oh my goodness, I'm just thinking back to when I was a kid, y'all, and my mom would be listening to that juke joint music.
You like, what is that?
That's when it all started for me.
Yeah.
Just anything that had music or a beat or somebody singing or rapping.
What's the first song that comes to mind?
Look at me being nosy. My mama used to clean up to the Al Green Greatest Hits, and whenever it came on, I knew it was time to clean up. And the first little of the song that would come on, y'all probably remember, he used to have that song for the good times.
Oh no!
And it was so dry and slow. But when it came on, I knew the beat because I was like, "Oh Lord, she playing this. Go in there and get the mop." And then after she would play the Al Green's greatest hits, she had the Isley Brothers.
Oh,
So she used to like Footsteps in the Dark and Between the Sheets. And what's that other one they had? Help me out, child.
which one? Who's that lady?
Oh, I like that too. Oh yeah, that's a good one. No, this one was I think it was called Voyage to Atlantis.
Oh yeah, that's the shop. I used to sing that when I was the little girl.
Yeah, that was. So I don't know, and I always tell them like I wish y'all would sample some of this old stuff and bring this stuff back because they got this guy out now that I went to go see named October London. He sounds like Marvin Gaye.
Oh, I think
He has that song about "Take Me to Your Residence" or something like that. Mm-hmm. That boy bad.
He's pretty new, right?
Yeah.
October London.
Yeah, the boy bad. Write that down too.
I know this is recorded for posterity, so I'll give it.
Yes, I love good music, you know, but that's talking about something though. You got to be talking about something. I know I said that a lot tonight, but I tell the battle rappers that if you ain't talking about nothing, or if you get up there and be like, I'm gonna turn my ears off. And I might go to the bathroom or go outside. Cause you had all that time to write that, and you came in here and did that, messing up wasting my time.
Talking about something, yeah.
Trying to get it back, and then be drinking
turn
the water.
my mic off.
Then trying to drink some water to get it back in
Get a
that
whole
bowl.
5-minute mic check.
Nobody got time for that. Get them out of here.
Know what I'm saying? No, we don't know what you're saying, guys.
And they be like, what I say? I want that. I don't know. That makes me so mad. They be like, what I say? Boo boo. If you don't know, we don't know. So get on out the way, please, and let somebody who know what they said get up here. Got me stressed out.
Wow, so you were talking about costumes and all types of different personalities in the game.
Yes, this boy came in here with some suspenders and like a Kango hat on, and then there was another guy. They be having props. I saw a guy throw cheeseburgers at another guy. Shout out to him too. He one of my clients now, Bishop. But the guy had they threw, and it was crazy. But he had a rebuttal, and he came back with the cheeseburgers and got him back.
What was the line about, beef or what?
I don't even remember because it's been some years and I got pregnancy brain. But
what in the world?
But it was good because I'm gonna find that battle and show y'all because it was good. That was actually one of the first ones I saw in person. And I said he got cheeseburgers. And he had a whole bag full of them too. Yeah.
I came to serve the beef.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was because he was chubby because now he losing weight because he following the weight loss program and he doing good. So now they can't throw no cheeseburgers at him now.
Oh my goodness.
He gonna have some plant-based cheeseburgers.
Yeah. It's just crazy. You see some of everything. I seen somebody give somebody some flowers. Like it just be different. They all got all kind of stuff. I was like, I don't even know what it's going. Then one girl did something and said and had powder coming out. I was like, oh Lord Jesus.
That looked like some voodoo right there. I don't know what she was doing, girl.
Yeah. I've seen people pretend like they had receipts of something. Like, oh yeah, you was talking about this and this girl told me. Like, shout out to Bad News. He's from Rocky Mount. He had his phone and he was like, yeah. He was like, she told me what you said and she told me you was gonna lie, so I had her to send me it. And he was like, psych, I ain't got it. But he's scared.
I think we got Blue Strip Benji up here.
I'm gonna give this a shot.
Shout out to Benji.
Disclosure.
Benji his moment.
It could be rough, y'all.
That's my sister Wing right there. So she's in charge of the brick process. So the guys have to go through levels. There's a B1 and like there's an intake process.
Okay.
So he's basically auditioning to be a part of that group. So he has to go through the process. So he has to battle one of the guys that have already made it.
Oh, okay.
And then once he beat him, he
I was
make it to
wondering
the
if
top.
you had levels or like rounds and how you guys did it. I like that. That's creative.
Yeah, that's Benji. Benji's a veteran too. Shout out to the veterans.
Okay.
Thank you for your service.
I'm looking for you in the background. I'm trying to see where you at that night.
That day.
Oh, you got the wrong video?
Yeah, I won't there that day.
First one I could find.
But his most recent ones and all the other ones, I was there. Even if you don't see me, you can hear me.
Benji, you went for a living hell. Imperfect TV, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, 757 stand up.
Let's get it.
I said I stopped making problems with people when I realized the problem was people. I guess when it break down, I ask for crumbs. Cause the bread been on Benji to get this done. Stick with drums. You think to steal me is hissing. For all the online dissing. Niggas getting more than a lump if some come up missing. You forced it, Holmes. You can tell by the choice of clothes, we don't speak the same language. It's a home invasion. A B&E's in place. Y'all put an ear to Benji while I crack the safe. Your last battle, Bill and Beer. Just here for foul play. Don't be mistaken. We don't get our hands dirty in no equation. Sig out. Have patience. Let what's in the magazine entertain the guests while they waiting. You emotional. You emotional. They sent me here to weigh the limits. You tipped it. But I'ma touch the scale first. This a doctor's visit. I'ma pop this nigga. Niggas faded. Who did it better go left unsaid. Cause if you got a story behind it, you can die for it. Like Gary Webb, options win. I figured I'd make a bag just to play myself. You know your own ability. Stop shining like the blue strip. I'ma make you see truth in a conspiracy. Basically, I'm not here to partner up. Calligraphy, I'm decorative with the pen. Calligraphy, I let bullets from the clip talk. Extend the speech. It's a soliloquy. It's scripture. It's scripture. It's scripture. And all my quotes. I know a lot about birds on boats. They put a pair of each kind in the hand of animals for a test. We never had dreams that flood the world. I mean, the best it gets. Liquid pills and powder. Man, welcome to the New Testament. You in a blend. Let's go.
That's my child.
I said, man, welcome to the New Testament. You in a blend. Truth of the matter, truth of the matter, we keep spinning to the shit end. We didn't grow up around holy figures. We just figured out bleach would cover most sins. Then a question came in.
Run that back. I love it when they say
that.
that.
Back off talent or networking. There's a mystery. They releasing more water through the gate. You a big scandal in history. We from the trenches. Keep a grip like stand-up clinches. Act civil. Get rocked by a school. Ruby Bridges, your style.
So that was his first one. He's actually on his third battle over there now. So once he does this one, if he makes it, he'll be a part of the group now.
I'm sorry. I gotta bring that back.
Ruby Bridges, your style, tasteless. We ain't told us we getting lined up. And you come up here rapping like you made it. Once I step off this stage, it's back to sales, networking, for power. Man, I got a program for eating, like WIC vouchers, real hustle. I said, man, I got a program for eating, like WIC vouchers, real hustler. I keep shit for the babies too. Cause if you can provide me info, I can pay for the first year of food. I mean, pay some bills. I'm known for feeding the hood. I'm a Meals on Wheels, but still, get you gone in an instance. Your mom's house safe won't pop out. Like government assistance, I'm the new hype. They put Benji on the card. You gotta prepare for the swipe. I run scams in the meantime. A nigga might lose that fender at a light. Shots fired. Shots fired. It's black and fucking white like Brother Polite. It's one eye through the sight.
You managing him.
That's my guy.
That's what's up.
That was his first one. Like I was saying, he's on
rough.
he's on his next level of the process. He's been over there to battle twice already. So he's going back again, I think March. So y'all stay tuned for the next one, because I think if he does good with this one, he'll officially be a part, because they try to put you in line with somebody that like is a challenge, because they want to see how you can handle it.
Exactly.
So and it's the brick by brick process. Ooh. So I like that process. Shout out to Wing. Wing is like family. So Sino went through that process, and that's how he got where he did, and a lot of other artists. So the RBE platform is huge. If you Google that, it's big.
Gotcha.
We are so proud of you. This is amazing. Like I used to sit and watch in the pandemic. I used to sit and watch battle raps and just try to keep catching the catchphrases in the bar and the wordplay in the bars and everything. And so it is exciting. And what would you say to someone who wants to get into the battle rap field?
Take it serious. Write. Know what you write, and when you get up there, because those boys are rough. And you can't treat it like a hobby. Like, this is really their job. They are dads and moms, and they have careers, but when they are out there, they take that serious. That's their
Very
job.
serious,
And they don't
yes.
like people to do it that don't take it serious, and they will vote you off the island.
Vote you off the island. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, what would you say would be your final words, your nugget for this show of overall everything that we talked about? What is on your heart that you would share with the ChynaGroove watchers and listeners?
I would like to say, first and foremost, keep God first. Know what you want to do in life and stay dedicated to it, regardless of what people tell you, regardless of how hard it may be, because nothing is easy. Everything is a process, but you must trust the process, and you cannot get weary in the process, because you might give up today and tomorrow might be the day that you win.
That's real. Don't give up.
And remember, beauty is the duty.
Make beauty the duty. Look qualified.
That is my
you
word.
look qualified, and you take God with you
Baby,
everywhere
do I
you
look
go.
qualified?
Yeah.
This hair made me look qualified
You look
tonight.
qualified.
On tonight.
Qualified. Yes.
But child, you looking real
Yes.
qualified.
Thank you. I
Yes.
try. I'm almost 5 months pregnant, but I'm trying.
Babies.
Yes.
I mean, I'm first off, let me just say I'm honored to definitely finally meet you.
Oh, thank you. Likewise.
To hear your story, to meet you in person, to see how you navigate between healthcare, between management, between self-care, between mom, but all of those different venues or areas. Definitely the multitasker.
Yeah, thank you.
And some people would say that multitaskers aren't organized, or they say that it's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that way, because I am, and sometimes to my wife's dismay, I am a serial multitasker, and it seems like I'm not getting anything done, because I'll start over here and I'll go over there and then go over here but I always circle back, or try to.
It's
Yeah.
working.
Try to.
Yeah.
It's working. Well, this has been an amazing experience. I'm
Yes.
so glad we had you to
Yes.
come down. We love you and appreciate you.
I love y'all too. Thank you.
We look forward to more. Can't wait.
Yeah, I
till
gotta
you
come
finish.
back and bring some of the guys.
Yes, love yourself. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
And we need to, at some point, get your daughter on the show. Hello, daughter.
Yes.
Yes.
Courtney.
Courtney has inspired
Hello,
us.
Courtney.
It's
Give
almost
us a
Courtney's
wave.
birthday, guys. So
Uh-oh.
Monday,
Martin Luther King, and she was so excited. She said, "Mom, you never told me I had the same birthday as Martin Luther King, and that we couldn't play on the playground together. But now because he had a dream, we can."
Oh, see, she is that's the nail in the coffin. Like we were saying that we were going to have a youth podcast night.
So,
coming up
Courtney, if
soon.
you can hear this, we are officially inviting you to be a guest on our podcast. If you say yes, put your thumb up in the air. Okay.
So this is a prime example of multitasking. Got my child at the whole podcast session.
Listen, like Toby and Nickway says, if my kids and my family can't go, I ain't going.
I love him too.
Yes.
I love
You
him.
can't take them babies,
Real
they not
quick, we
going.
got about 5 minutes. I want to touch on that, and I'm glad you brought him up, because he is the perfect example, really the only example I've seen in hip hop anyway, where yes, Nas put his kid's name on as executive producer. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at your daughter. She knows she's on screen now.
Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Ow,
Get
ow,
it, girl.
ow,
It's
ow,
almost
ow,
her birthday. Do your dance. Do your dance. Show them how you do the floss. Do the floss. Do the floss.
Back
Do
up
the
a little
floss.
bit. Back up a little bit. Right
There you
over
go,
there.
right
There you
there,
go.
there you
Where
Do
we
the
can
floss.
see.
Do the floss. Hey.
Go, Courtney. Go, Courtney. See?
But
yeah.
Toby Anigwe, when he first started getting into the game, I started following him on Instagram. And the way he did it was so creative. One video every Sunday is how he did it. And when he dropped his video, every video had the lyrics on screen. So you knew exactly what he was saying.
I love it.
But it was him and his wife, their friend Nell on the beats, and they all grew up together. I mean, well, obviously he's with his wife. But then when they started having kids, they started having kids quick.
They ain't stopped.
They quick.
And she be in the video pregnant.
Quick.
Listen.
And
He Nick Cannoned
everywhere
her.
they go,
He can't even pull out of a parking spot.
the kids are with him. I mean, he designs the clothes.
Yeah, it's awesome.
She does a lot of the steps.
Yeah.
She does the styling.
She raps.
She raps and
hard.
is
Yes.
woo,
Yes.
The dancing.
serious.
Oh my goodness. And the
And
fingers.
when he was on the Transformers, I remember him doing an interview, and he said that he thought somebody was messing with him when they called and said, "Hey, would you like to be on the Transformers?" So he started saying some wild things, and finally he realized it was serious. And he said, "Well, I can't say yes unless you bring my whole family with me." And they said yes. And I love that about him because he includes his family in everything. His kids are up on stage with him.
Yeah.
With the headphones on, so
That
they don't damage
mine
your
gonna be at
ears.
battle rap events.
It's,
Watch.
it's beautiful.
You gonna see the baby carrier in the back, or I might have one strapped to me and the other one in the stroller.
There you go.
And
The baby gonna be like,
I'm outside. Yeah. What you say?
With a
Talk
toy
to
mic
him.
in his hand. Well, his and her, or his. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just say them, they, and those.
Yeah. We got 2 whole babies in here, Jesus.
Babies.
God's so nice, he done blessed me twice.
Hallelujah.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Amen.
On tonight.
Yes.
Yes. So this has been amazing. So is there anything else that you want to share that you want the world to know?
No, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I look forward to more opportunities. I am grateful to everybody that was watching, because y'all could have been doing anything in the world, but y'all chose to watch me. So I thank you. And all I can say is just God is amazing.
God is amazing.
It's beautiful to be doing things that you dreamed of and that you prayed for, and to see your prayers in motion in front of you. Because I always wanted God to put me on platforms to share my story and to talk and to encourage others. And he's doing just that.
Continue to do so.
That's
Definitely,
awesome. Definitely,
because it will get to the ear that it needs to get to, and you may not know it, but I'm willing to bet there's somebody out there who can thank you for something.
Yeah.
Something
Yes,
that you
indeed.
said.
I thank you.
Yes.
Well,
yeah.
thank y'all.
Yes, indeed.
Living proof right across from you.
Yes.
Dream again. That was the word
speaking
Thursday
of which,
morning.
I
from our
want
prophetess.
to, because Pop is special to me, I want to thank you personally for what you have
Absolutely.
done. Even though I didn't know you at the time, but thank you for what you have done in his life and for his
Absolutely.
care.
And
Yes.
thank you for your beautiful wife, and for when I call her in the wee hours of the morning, because I know you always with her, because y'all like this. And that's what I love about y'all. Y'all are just like what black love is supposed to be. When you Google black love, I know y'all sitting right there. I know in the dictionary, y'all pictures beside it. I like how you support her and her career and everything that she does and everything that you do. It involves each other.
Yes.
You don't ever see one without the other, and that's how I want to be. I be like, Lord, help me find my deep wash. Okay, because it's hard out here in these streets, and these men folks ain't right.
Yeah.
But it's okay though, because every time you go through something and it doesn't work, you're getting closer to what God has for you. That's why it's not working.
Trust me. We are definitely testament of that.
Separation is for consecration. Remember
Yeah,
that.
and I ain't mad. Ain't nobody mad but the devil, honey. Because when I do get me one, everybody gonna know. I'm gonna be like, excuse me, my husband. I have to call my husband.
Tina said, yes, black love.
Yes, honey. I'll be like, Lord, just let me experience it, because they just got it going on.
Aw,
They writing
I'm
songs
glad.
and one producing, and I ain't gonna say like Ike and Tina, because that was dangerous, but
No, we ain't doing that.
No, we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that gal.
but y'all working together, and I love that. I love that for y'all.
Beautiful situation. Well, we glad to be your adopted mom and daddy.
Yes,
So,
I can't wait.
And that's it. If that's it. Are all hearts and minds clear? The ChynaGroove show has concluded.
Yeah.
And right about now, if you'd like to be on our show, please email us at ChynaGrooveShow@outlook.com. Send us your information, inquiries, what you do, and how we can showcase you. We can do it virtually or in the studio right here at NC Studios in Sanford, North Carolina, right in Jonesboro. So if that's anything else left, if there's nothing else left to say,
You notice she put on the radio voice on that one. You see that? You see how she
She's
flipped
smooth.
that?
She's smooth, honey.
don't let the smooth taste fool you.
Oh,
Peace.
Peace out, cuz. Peace out to everyone for joining us. Thank you. We
Thank
definitely
you.
appreciate you. We do not take you lightly. Love you.
And
Peace.
share.
It's a wrap. 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 It's a wrap.